yourselves. This one's tough.
Not in your dreams.
As if the normal creepy crawlies aren't disgusting enough.
Try harder. Dragon Swarm!
I never miss.
Take this!
First aid! Hurricane strike!
Not today! Dragon Swarm! Explosive ray!
Flaming meteor!
Dragon Swarm!
I
owe you one.
Far enough!
I'll face you!
Annihilation!
Dragon Swarm!
Ready and going in.
Bloody hell!
Now you see what I can do.
Hurricane strike!
I owe you one.
Here goes!
This engulfs you!
Flaming meteor! Confiscated! Radiant fire!
Dragon Swarm!
Still fall!
I'll grind you into dust!
This one
No further! Dragon Swarm! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Done! I'll leave it to you! They
Now my clothes are
Dragon Swarm!
Light up the dark!
I'm ready to go.
Dragon Swarm! Try this!
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malisa! How about that?
Where are you going?
Going in. Go first.
Lunar Hurricane
Dragon
strike!
Swarm!
Lunar blast!
Going in.
Smash you!
Back into the fray! Mega ray! Hurricane strike!
Engulfs you!
This one's mine.
Mega ray! By the power of
Me. Far enough.
Benediction light.
I don't even know the word defeat.
Heal! Dragon Swarm!
water! Hurricane
Incantation ruined.
This one's mine.
confiscated! Flame of fury! Burning strike!
The flame inside me yearns to be let no further.
Glacial punch. It's time to finish this. Die. Consuming wildfire.
Lunar corruption!
This one's mine.
Seismic rush. Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane strike! Healing circle!
Anything in order is on.
I'll smash you!
I'll
grind
take
you
one
into
back.
dust.
Gravitas field!
This one's mine.
Engulfs you!
Mega ray! By the
Piercing
power of
roar.
water! I'm ready!
They smite with blackened blade!
On guard.
Elusive deity! Dragon Swarm!
Down. You're on.
Dragon Swarm!
Fury!
Take this!
I don't even know the word defeat.
Dragon Swarm!
Light up the dark!
You require
All right. Let me out.
no further!
Healing circle!
Sorry,
Not in
You
your
do the
dreams.
same for me.
Time to stop!
Pull myself together.
On
I've
your
taken too much
Hurricane
damage.
strike!
Eater! Dragon Swarm!
Healing circle!
Appreciate the help. This one's mine.
By the power of water!
Armor won't save you! Dragon Swarm! Reflect
Here's the healing art!
They smite with blackened blade!
Going in. Igneous discharge.
Try harder!
Here! Flaming meteor! Inferno buffet!
Dragon Swarm!
I let my guard down.
I couldn't make it in time.
I'm out of ammo!
Benediction light. Let us from
This
beyond.
one's
In
mine!
you
I'm all
defend
set!
Where are you going?
Resuscitation! Dragon Swarm!
Here, let me help. I have to train hard.
Here goes! Hurricane here!
Here, let me help.
Time to stop!
No further!
On guard.
First aid!
Captivity!
Lunar
Armor
corruption!
won't save you!
I'm all stopped up!
Not today!
Mega ray!
Dragon Swarm! Heal!
Glacial
Try this!
punch! Here!
Explosive ray! Dragon Swarm!
Here's a healing art! Crescent move!
Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane strike!
Come on. You have to hold on.
So you clamor for my true power?
I have it!
Dragon Swarm!
Far enough.
Behold! The earth pulse! Tectonic fission!
Going in.
From beyond,
Make it rain!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Sion, you okay?
It's nothing. Don't be so dramatic.
We're in for a long slog with this one.
Dragon form!
Anything in armor is all mine. Armor won't save you.
Here goes! It's like trying to keep up with a wolf!
It's time!
Meteor!
Resonate with the earth! Ether!
Inferno!
In a vine! Dragon form!
Water!
Dragon form!
Hurricane strike!
Try this!
Glacial spear! How about that?
Too fast! Stand back!
Dragon form!
I'll trip it up! Catapult!
This one's mine!
Dragon form! Explosive ring! In a vine!
I'm gone!
I never miss!
Glacial fire! Here I go!
Dragon form! Can you take it? Soaring blast!
Leave the storm to me!
Mega ray!
Flaming meteor! Denied!
Mega ray!
I can carve through armor!
Here goes!
Will this help?
I'll save you! Dragon
Do
form!
it! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
This one's mine!
Mega ray!
Hurricane strike!
Not in your dreams! I don't even know the word defeat.
Glacial spear!
Dragon form!
Freeze laser! Here!
No further!
Going in.
Dragon form!
Inferno!
Omniscient deity!
Make it rain!
Shield!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Here, let me help. First aid!
I don't have to suffer in silence.
Dragon form!
This one's mine!
This one's mine!
Explosive ring! You picked the wrong fight! Dragon form!
Out of ammo!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Here, let me help. First aid!
Hurricane strike!
Watch him!
Denied!
Rending you apart! Dragon form! Bloody take this!
Glacial fire! Make it rain!
Dragon form!
Astral energy! Full throttle!
Hurricane strike!
Dragon form!
Mega ray!
Take this!
Piercing roar!
Annihilation!
I'm ready! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
I need to be stronger. dispose of the trash.
Now you'll learn!
I owe you one for that.
You're mine!
Being interrupted. I'm going in. Bring it down. Rending you apart.
You made me angry. That was a bad idea.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and funneling to me.
That won't bring you down.
Hurricane strike!
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Molotov.
I'll heal you all!
Going in. I don't have much left.
One side is yours to be let free. Dragon Swarm!
Going in!
Dragon Swarm! Eat them! Dragon Swarm!
Ready!
On guard.
Healing surge! Not in your dreams!
Resonate.
I owe you one for that.
Make it rain! Annihilate! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished. Fall back! Can't get out of this!
Damn it! Out of it!
Take this! This one's all mine! Dragon Swarm!
Do it! Get toasty!
Burst Strike!
This one's mine! Lunar corruption!
Eat dirt!
Lunar blast!
Elucidate!
Mine.
Rotating pile driver! I'm ready!
Tiger blade! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Way.
Dragon Swarm! Engaging!
That may prove a thorn in our side.
Elusive deity!
Glacial Spear.
I'll smash you! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Barely a blip on our radar.
An opponent like this should be easy.
You've got
Ignite!
spirit!
Elusive deity! It's time! Dragon Swarm! Eagle Wave! Take this!
They really don't give up, do they?
Hurricane
The
strike!
Tempest engulfs you! Its armor's too strong! Split it open! Be my guest! On your knees!
Going in.
Dragon Swarm! Try this! Rending you apart! Dragon Swarm!
Water, hear my call.
Go time! Armor won't save you! This one's my deal! Dragon Swarm! Eat dirt! Elusive deity! Dragon Swarm! Pile driver! I'm ready!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
I'll heal you all!
Dragon Form! The enemy moves are too.
You'll soon see about that.
Dragon Form!
Flame of Fury! Burning Strike!
Glacial Field, where are you going? Switch open! Far enough!
Not in your dreams!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Claw!
My exploits are bearing fruit. This must be it. The entrance to the Forbidden Zone.
But it's just a wall. How do we get through?
Oh, we? I thought this was sovereigns only.
Alphen.
Yes! It opened!
Interesting. If Alphen's presence still opens the way, it would seem the Sovereign of 3 centuries ago and now are considered one and the same.
What?
What the?
Alphen.
You again.
Tomorrow's the spirit channeling ceremony. We'll finally play our parts as the Sovereign and Maiden. How have you been feeling?
What am I sovereign of? Shuffled from lab to lab, always treated like an experiment. Whenever they look at me, all they see is a Danon. I don't even know what their precious ceremony's for, let alone what they're going to force me to do as the Sovereign. Tell me, if we're both in the same boat, why do you seem so calm right now?
No choice. Becoming the Maiden's not something I wanted for myself. But they said Rena's prosperity depended on it. How could I say no after that?
Still, as a Renan, at least you got to decide. Good for you. Meanwhile, I was taken from my homeland. You aren't the captive one here.
It isn't right what they did to you, and I'm sorry for what it's worth. When this is over, I swear I'll help you get home. I can't do this alone. One more day.
How could I say no to that? It's not like I have any choice in the matter anyway. So, what's your name?
It's Naori. Naori Imaris. Try to remember this time.
You don't act like them. Like the other Renans, I mean. How come you treat me like a person?
Because you are. It's true we come from different worlds. But neither one of us asked to be here right now. In that sense, you and I are much the same. We couldn't do this. We wouldn't be able to talk to each other as people if we didn't see the humanity in each other. So I suppose the question you should be asking is, why wouldn't I treat you like one?
You're not like the others.
Maybe they're not like me.
Here's what we'll do. We give them their damn ceremony. You get me to Dana. That'll be the end of it. I'm taking you at your word on this. I'm trusting you, not them. Naori.
What the hell just happened?
That vision. Did everyone else see it too?
That person Alphen was speaking to, she looked exactly like Shion.
It was Naori. Naori Imaris. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right.
She really does look like... Shion. I'm beginning to see why Alphen was so confused.
That's all very well and fine, but what did we just witness exactly? It was too real to be a mere hallucination.
It was a conversation we had 300 years ago. The night before the ceremony.
You mean all of that really happened? We just saw an episode straight out of your past?
But how is that even possible? Unless... Could this be the Red Woman's handiwork too?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
You guys didn't feel it? The moment the entrance opened, it was like a stream of Danon astral energy rushing over us.
I felt it too. And not for the first time either. It was the same sensation as back inside the wedge.
That would make sense. After all, vast amounts of Dana's astral energy were being siphoned and sent up here to Lenegus. For all we know, perhaps we're close to the spot where all that energy was stored.
So you think it might have been the energy itself that was responsible for that vision we just saw? But how? And why?
We have no way of knowing. Maybe it's not even as deliberate as all that.
Shion, you okay?
Yeah, it was all just a little sudden, that's all. So that was my ancestor, huh? It was like looking into a mirror.
Yeah, there certainly is a resemblance.
What about you? How are you holding up?
Me?
Even putting aside the question of where that vision came from, it's likely we'll see more of those. Reliving painful episodes from your past. Do you think you can handle it?
I can't just pretend like the past never happened. Besides, if it helps us uncover the truth of what that ceremony really was, it might also lead to answers about your thorns.
Alphen.
That's not all. This whole time, we've been fighting to free Dana from the Renans. But now that we're here, it seems those same Renans might have it just as bad. I'd like to liberate them too if I can. Which is just another reason I can't afford to shield my eyes from the truth.
Whether you're on Dana or somewhere else, you always stay the same. Your indignation and righteous passion, your desire to free and protect, they're all hardwired into you. Not that I'm complaining. Come on, let's bust this thing wide open.
Nobody's here.
Stay sharp. After that last illusion, there's no telling what could happen in here.
Coming through!
Ready and ready! Corruption! By the...
On guard!
Here's a healing arm!
Pressure!
First aid!
Sorry to trouble you.
You do the same for me.
Reload!
Let's end this and get a bite to eat instead.
Let's see what you've got.
The flame inside of pure to be let free.
Radiant Pierce! Switch on!
Release!
Unlock! I'm a true gunslinger around here.
Engaging!
Seriously? Is this a joke?
I'll smash you!
Round and round!
In a bind?
Mega Ray!
Burn in hell!
Annihilation! Radiant
So much for
Pierce!
talking it out.
Now you'll learn!
Dragon
Ready!
blood!
Lunar Eruption!
Bloody
Gemini Aqua! Annihilation! This one's mine! Annihilation! This one's mine! I can make it right! Jolene! This one's got your name on it!
action to action!
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen. Out of my way!
Confiscated!
Far enough!
Into the shadows!
Try this!
Switch
reflex will work pretty well here. Dragon Sword!
By the power of
Try this!
Go time!
Blackened blade! Damn it! Too fast! Stand back! I'll trip it up!
This one's mine! Here's
Try
the
this!
healing art!
Resonate with the earth! Still out!
This one's mine! Laser spear! Here we go!
You picked the wrong fight!
Freeze Lancer!
Dragon Swarm!
Piercing roar!
You can't get out of this! Dragon Swarm!
This one's
Leo,
mine!
try this! Explosive activity!
Lunar
Dragon
Eruption!
Swarm!
It's over! Astral energy! Full throttle! Go! Look sharp! Go! You're gone!
Inferno! Catapult!
Art seal! Do it!
The dust!
Get toasty!
Burn strike! Take
Into the
this!
shadows!
Can't get out of this!
If it's in the sky, not on my watch!
I'm ready! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Onward! You're on! Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane Strike!
Take this!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go. Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Are you just going to keep standing around or what?
Sorry, I'm just getting prepped over here.
see what you've got.
Now you'll learn!
Save you! Far enough! That'll bring you down!
Dragon Tail!
I
won't show you any mercy! You got spirit! Dragon
Redwell, astral energy, full throttle!
This one's mine!
Damn it! Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Dragon Swarm! Dragon Swarm! Try this!
In a bind.
Dragon Swarm! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Anything in order is all mine!
Not today!
Annihilation! Hear me,
Armor
flame
won't
of
save
fury!
you!
Hurricane strike! Burning strike!
On guard!
I'm ready!
Lock! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Hear me, flame of fury! Burning strike! Water, hear my call!
Try this! Damn it!
Light up the burning strike!
I'm ready to go!
In a bind.
It's in the sky!
Explosive ring!
Going in!
Annihilate! This one's mine!
Far enough!
Dragon Swarm! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
On
Lunar
guard!
corruption!
Dragon Swarm!
Gemini Alpha! Hurricane strike!
I'm ready!
On guard!
Kikara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Don't push yourself too hard.
Are you just going to keep standing around or what?
Sorry, I'm just getting prepped over here.
Faria, how did you get in here?
Wait, something about her isn't right.
What's wrong with her? She doesn't even seem to know where she is.
Yeah, you're right. She looks just like the soldiers we encountered outside.
A summoning?
But that's preposterous. She never had that kind of power when...
We can talk later. Here it comes!
I've never known Faria to control symbols like that before.
How about with the stone that looks suspiciously like a master force?
Where did you get our hands on that?
First we handle the super, then we get some answers.
Exploit the enemy's weakness.
Dragon Swarm! Dragon Swarm!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Not done yet! Dragon Swarm!
Can't get out of this!
Tiger Blade!
Sorry,
Turn up!
Dragon Swarm!
I'm ready! I never miss!
Burn!
Armor won't save you! Resonate with the earth!
This one's mine! By the power of water! Searing flame! Lightning!
light.
Water! Here's my call! Confiscate! Red! Glacial Spear! Here takes light!
I let my guard down.
Forgive me. This is my fault.
From beyond, imbue this thing in time. Resuscitation.
No further!
Ignite! Dragon
Healing art!
Does it hurt?
Hurricane
Not so
Blade!
fast. Armor won't save you. Tempest, look sharp.
Punky left! Back into the fray! Mega Ray! Lightning! Here's a healing art!
Dragon Swarm!
Lightning!
Lunar arc.
I'm also stuck!
Light up the door.
Let me have
I'm ready to go.
primed and ready!
Dragon
Searing
Swarm!
flame!
Piercing roar. Not like this.
I couldn't make it in time.
Into the chest! Here goes!
This should do it!
In a bind?
Where are you going?
It's on!
Not in the street!
Benediction.
Guardian of
Now you see what I can do.
Here!
One more!
Being interrupted. Forgive me.
Burn!
Guardian Shield!
I can handle.
Resuscitation!
Dragon Swarm!
I'll heal you all!
Denied.
Wide open!
Won't escape me.
On guard.
Punky left!
Resonate with the earth.
You'll pay for that!
Healing circle! I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Elusive deity. Rotating pile driver. Resonate with the earth.
Dragon Swarm!
Mega Ray!
You're on! Dragon Swarm!
Arch Shield!
Guardian Shield.
Not in your dreams!
I'm ready to go.
Ignite!
I'm ready to go.
Dragon Swarm!
Still on guard.
Punky left! Hurricane Strike!
You apart.
Going in position!
No further!
I'll bring you back from death to this!
Try harder!
I'll bring you back from death to this!
Dragon
I'll
form!
bring you back from death to this!
Listen to it!
Elusive deity!
Healing Circle!
Radiating tile type!
Hurricane Foot!
Armor won't save you!
Look sharp! Radiant Pierce!
Dragon swarm!
Look sharp! Can you take it?
Still form! Here goes! Healing Circle!
Burn in hell!
This one's mine!
I'll grind you into dust!
Not on my watch!
Go ahead!
Switch off!
Can't get out of this!
Mega Ray! Annihilation! Hear me!
Dragon swarm!
Burning!
Elusive deity! Elusive deity! I'm ready!
Keep going! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Here I go!
Resonate with the earth! Now you see what I can do! Stalagmite!
Mega Ray!
This one's mine!
Annihilation! Here! Hurricane Swarm! Look sharp!
It's bad.
Wits about you, people!
I'm ready to go!
Burn in hell!
Healing Circle!
Appreciate the elusive deity!
Pierce evil! Freeze Lancer!
I am not beyond fury! No! Can't get here!
Come on!
No further!
You have to hold on! Confiscate! Mega Ray! Power of
From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with love! Their arms were interrupted! Reflect on my sins! They might won't save you!
Mega Ray!
By the power of water! Annihilation!
It's in your hands now.
Far enough! I'll bring you back from death to this.
Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane Strike! Resuscitation! Going in! Here, let me help. Primed and ready! Does it hurt? Where are you going? Custom Flash!
Rending you apart! Bloody Dragon Swarm!
Inferno Crosser! Here goes!
Reflect sight! Try harder! They smite! Black and flame!
Healing Circle!
Safe on the ground! This one's all mine! Burn! Dragon Swarm!
Time to shine! Leave the charges to me! Hurricane denied!
Can't get out of this!
Hurricane Strike!
Resonate with the air force!
Here's the healing going in!
On your Dragon Swarm!
This one's mine! Guardian Field!
Try harder!
I'm ready to go!
Dragon Swarm!
Power of water!
Here! I owe you one back!
Annihilation! Inferno Crosser!
Dragon Swarm! Elusive deity! Eagle
Take
Ray!
this! On guard! Hurricane Strike there!
Yours! Let's free!
Guardian Field!
Eater!
Art Field line! I'm ready to go! Constantine!
Dragon Swarm!
This one's done! Hurricane Strike!
Now we're not.
Look sharp! Here!
No further!
Here's the...
Try harder!
Reload! The power of I'm out of
Dragon Swarm!
Mega Ray! Annihilation! Mega Ray!
I'm almost impressed.
My brain's
I said almost. Don't get carried away.
Denied! Take this!
Try harder!
Here's evil! Glacial Freeze Lancer!
You picked the wrong fight! I can carve through armor!
I owe you one back! Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
Dragon Swarm!
Freeze Lancer! Ready! Watch out!
Infernal Sword! Try harder!
You Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Freeze Lancer! Hurricane Strike! Going in! I owe you one back!
Dragon
Tiger
Swarm!
Blade! That'll bring you down! Hurricane Strike!
In a bind, yours to be let free!
Going in! Will this help?
On your knees!
Here goes! Healing Hurricane
Dragon
Strike!
Swarm!
A guard! Lunar Blast! Lunar Blast! Leave the chargers to me!
Burn!
Turn denied!
I'll smash you! Dragon Swarm!
A guard! Hurricane Strike! Radiant Blast! A guard! Radiant Spear! Damn it! Thunder Blade!
I'll take you!
Lunar Blast! Back into the fray! Mega Ray! Hurricane Strike! Here goes! Fury burning! Not in your dreams! Can't be happening! Going in!
Use its weak point to take it down.
All together, everyone!
Burn it! Make it rain! Totally! In an instant! Impact Rock! Now it's just her!
Faria, can you hear me? Faria!
She's preparing another summoning!
The art she's casting is way too powerful to control. At this rate, her body won't be able to take much more.
Forgive me.
Man, I thought we were goners.
Everything okay?
Yes. She's only unconscious.
Not her. I meant you.
Shion, please. Can you treat her?
I can try, but I can't promise she'll be back to her real self when she wakes up. All I can do is heal her physically.
We're not even supposed to be in here. Maybe it'd be better if we moved her to somewhere a little safer. Don't you think?
In that case...
I'll take her off your hands.
You?
Avakir, what are you doing here?
I was curious what you were up to, so I took the liberty of following you to find out. I overheard what you said about Tarnigan, about how he really died. I'm sorry, I had no idea.
And you believed me? What makes you so sure I wasn't lying?
I like to think I know you a little better than that, Dohalim. Give me some credit. I'll take Faria. Leave her with me. I know better than to ask what you're up to. But whatever it is, I hope it all works out.
Thank you.
He seems like a good friend.
He hasn't changed. He never was one to stand out. Instead, he was always hanging back, worrying about everyone else. As for Faria, it's always the closest to me who get hurt.
You don't seriously blame yourself for what happened to her, do you?
Somebody got to her, to strike back at me. Someone who knew me well enough to know that I'd hesitate to fight back. And the same goes for you as well. Neither you nor Faria would have lost loved ones, if it wasn't for me.
You're wrong. Kelzelik was the one who killed my brother, under orders from Almadria. As for Tarnigan, if it weren't for the crown contest, he'd still be alive. That and the whole damn hierarchy that makes it possible. But that's why we're fighting. To put an end to this whole messed up system that treats people as expendable.
Indeed. Ridding society of this blight is really the only way I know how to atone for my sins.
You can't atone, Dohalim. I know it hurts to hear, but those people are dead. No amount of soul-searching or trying to make amends is going to change that. Forgiveness, acceptance, those ships have sailed.
So I just forget the harm I caused?
No, the opposite, in fact. You remember. You never forget. You keep it in your heart always. And then you go on living. Not for those already past, but for those still alive.
For those still alive.
Kisara's right. So long as we've still got breath in our bodies, we can make a difference in the lives of others. Lives being the operative word.
That's what living's all about. Being able to still make a difference. Punishing yourself for the past won't make the pain of your conscience go away.
Only fixing the problem in its stead. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. You have to live for tomorrow, Dohalim, not for yesterday. And not only that, you need to live for yourself, and for the change that you still can be.
I shall try.
Don't forget, we've still got a mystery to solve. The Forbidden Zone, remember?
Shion.
Huh?
Thank you. You have my deepest gratitude for what you did for Faria.
Glad to be of service.
I'm glad we could stop Faria without hurting her.
You all did much for her as well. I'm most grateful.
Oh, shucks. We're on the same team, right? Let's move on.
Do you think Faria was really being controlled by someone?
Certainly seemed that way. The question is, who? The Red Woman?
The same person who's behind all of this, I'll bet. Whoever that is.
Brainwashed or otherwise, the feelings of resentment she holds towards me are real.
Someone used her because they knew we'd hold back. If that's not playing dirty, I don't know what is.
It does tell us one thing at least. Someone here in Lenegis is watching us. Someone who means us harm.
There's no question. That attack was meant for us alone.
By someone capable of getting inside a person and manipulating them like a weapon. We need to find whoever it is, fast.
What is it, Rinwell? Do you hear something again?
Yeah. It's that voice.
The will of Dana's astral energy.
What? There's so much astral energy. But where's it all coming from? It's almost like it's alive.
That was the spirit channeling ceremony just now. No, it was more than that.
What the hell was that? It felt like everything was on the brink of... like the whole world was seconds from...
Oblivion. It's the same vision as the one my thorns show me. A vision of impenetrable darkness that swallows up us and everything else.
An empty void. A nothing so complete and dominating that there aren't even words to describe it. The end of time.
The visions of the apocalypse you've been seeing. If I'd known how bad they were,
So, everything we just saw, those were Naori's memories, right?
That's right. It was as if her innermost thoughts were speaking directly to us. At least I know they weren't mine.
That power flowing into her. It reminds me of Shion's thorns. If they're what's responsible for all these visions she's been having, then maybe...
Maybe my thorns are made from that same astral energy?
If that is the case, we just found the missing link between your thorns and what happened here 3 centuries ago. No, more than a link. Perhaps even the very heart of the matter.
I've never felt astral energy so powerful. What was that?
If it's the same energy your thorns are made of, it must be dark astral energy, right? And isn't that something only Renans have?
Correct. Dark astral energy is possessed by Renans alone.
And when enough astral energy gathers together, it develops its own form of sentience. If so, maybe that complete oblivion is exactly what the Renan astral energy's will is wishing for. But why?
I don't know. Will can be a pretty vague thing to nail down. It's more of a feeling, just like the will of Dana.
But the will of Dana is made up of astral energy too, right? And if that's what's been showing us these visions... I don't know, should we really be getting so involved with this thing?
Dana's will would never want oblivion.
But you can't say that for sure!
Cut it out, you two. Squabbling over theories will get us nowhere.
Let's keep moving. If it's Dana's will showing us these memories, then I'm as clueless about its motives as any one of us. But if it could lead us to the truth, then I want to find out more.
Shion's right. All we can do is keep going. If these really are Naori's memories we're watching, there could be truths in them I was never aware of. And I think they may be the kinds of truths I need to confront if we're going to keep fighting.
I'm sorry about what I said earlier. Come on, let's go.
Finally, we begin to understand what the thorns are.
Yes, and their source. A ceremony that occurred 3 centuries ago.
But we still don't know how to get rid of them. I just hope we can find a way. Soon, we might very well learn the truth behind Shion's thorns. As well, I have to be ready to face anything. Whatever happens. I just need a little time first. Soon, I have to be ready to face anything. I just need a little time. Soon, I have to be ready to... I'm determined to save Shion and Dana. Nothing I... Hold up, you guys.
What is it?
I want to look through that room over there. I'm curious what we'll find.
That's the room you visited in your past, right? Sure. We can check it out.
We should go through that room some more before we move on.
This looks like some kind of research facility.
A laboratory secreted away in the Forbidden Zone. Why am I past being surprised at this point?
Looks pretty deserted.
Let's check it out. It might give us a new lead.
I think I can make this work.
Well, can you make head or tail of it?
These are experiment records, by the looks of it. Reams of them, dating back hundreds of years. Let's see. A composite being capable of controlling Danon astral energy so as to convert its molecular and elemental makeup. The creation of a governing central figure, taking the form of a Danon. Codename Sovereign.
Sovereign.
Wait, there's more. Research into utilizing force field crystals for the purpose of stable astral energy containment. That must be the Master Cores. With all this raw data, there's bound to be records here somewhere about the Maiden and the Lords, too.
About the Lords? Why would they be on there?
Think about it. The Lord's crests are clearly of a piece with those of both the Sovereign and the Maiden. Not to mention the fact that the contenders to the crown are selected from otherwise regular Renan citizens. In other words, it may be that all Renans are unwittingly being made subject to some kind of grand scheme.
What about the Sovereign? Does it say anything else?
Where do I start? All I've read so far is the headlines. There's so much here. To sift through all of it would require specialized... Wait.
What is it? Did you find something?
It's a list of names, with the title, Test Subjects, Sovereign. It's your call.
Read it.
There must be dozens of test subjects listed here. Hundreds even. All of them failures. Wait, I think I've found one that was successful. Test subject number 1273. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA. Given name, Alphen.
They've re-engineered me. Right here in this lab.
Alphen.
It's fine, really. What about the others? Was I the only one?
Test subject number 10105. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA. Given name, Volron.
Volron? But that means...
He's only sovereign because someone made him that way too.
He's the last one. In 3 centuries worth of records, you and Volron are the only 2 subjects on whom the experiment was a success.
But what about the winners of the crown contests? Does this mean that none of them were ever crowned sovereign after all?
Upon victory, the Sovereign shall return to Rena and rule over Rena and Lenegis combined. When a new Sovereign is decided, the outgoing monarch shall relinquish their post and live out the rest of their days on Rena. So we were told. But according to these records, there have only ever been 2 Sovereigns, neither of whom had any anything to do with the crown contest. It's all lies, including the part about the Sovereign residing in Rena. The crown contest was never about deciding a new ruler. It must always have been devised for some other purpose.
But even supposing that's true, someone must have been in charge for the past 3 centuries, right? If it wasn't the Sovereign, then who was it?
Crown contests have been held this whole time, in spite of the fact that there was already a Sovereign. Me. Meaning that for the past 300 years, someone out there has to have been maintaining that lie. The same person I'm willing to bet is behind all this.
The Red Woman?
It's possible. But that doesn't necessarily mean she's the mastermind behind this scheme. She could be working for someone else. Someone back on the Renan homeworld.
Either way, it's fair to say she's definitely involved somehow.
What about the data records? Is there no other information that could help us?
Not that I can see. Just file upon file of experiment results. There's nothing here about who's behind all this, or what their endgame is, unfortunately. I've barely managed to scratch the surface, mind you. You won't be able to read through it all, but you're welcome to take a look through what you can, while we're here.
I'll do that.
So this is where Alphen became the Sovereign. And Volron as well. The significance of this location would suggest...
Hey, it looks like the terminals in here turned on too.
We should look through them. They might contain valuable information.
Are you just going to keep standing around or what?
Sorry, I'm just getting prepped over here. Naori,
Don't talk. I have to do this. I gave you my word that I'd help you return to Dana. The next time you open your eyes, you'll be home.
But you...
My place is here with my people. I still have a duty to fulfill. I'm sorry for what you've endured. Renan never should have dragged you into this. It's not your burden to bear.
But...
The mask contains a sedative. It should keep your mind from tearing itself apart any further. Let yourself go to sleep. This should help with the pain. Time to go, Elfin. Farewell.
Naori...
His injuries are worse than I thought. Short-term treatment isn't going to cut it. I'll have to switch the healing pod to long-term hibernation mode. The chance of surviving hibernation's less than 10%? And worse, long-term use of the mask carries a high risk of damaging his mind and nervous system. But... If I don't head back, Lenegis will be nothing but ashes, and this starship along with it. I don't know if I can fulfill my promise to you, Elfin. But if doing this will grant you even the slightest chance, I have to try. I hope it's enough. Please, live for me, Elfin.
That vision. It must have been from when Naori helped Alphen escape Lenegis.
She sure went above and beyond the call of duty.
Even with Lenegis crumbling down around her, she chose to stay put with her people.
So that's why you lost your memories and sense of pain, and why you were asleep for that whole time. It was all the result of one agonizing decision Naori made to save your life.
Yeah. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't even be alive today. I owe her everything. More than I could ever hope to repay.
Now that you know how she felt, how do you plan on honoring her wishes?
She kept her promise. If the Renan people she fought so desperately to protect are at risk from a malevolent force, then I owe it to her to carry on her fight. Naori was the one who put that mask on me, and made me Iron Mask.
She did it to prevent your soul from tearing itself apart. She knew you might lose your memories and sense of pain as a result. But more than anything, she wanted you to survive. And you did.
Only 2 sovereigns in over 300 years. So why has the experiment only succeeded twice in all this time? And if that's the case, why keep on doing it? Was there really no other way? Or could there be some other reason?
Dohalim.
Forgive me.
Alphen.
I'm fine. I'm just a little shaken, that's all. I knew what I was already, so it's not like it's a surprise or anything. But it's strange. I've got all this rage inside of me, but I don't even know who it's for. I'm scared that I'll put a face to it, just to have someone to blame.
If that were to happen, then No. Then we'd help you fight it, before you ever got that far. Wouldn't we, everyone?
Yeah. We wouldn't just sit by and watch you spiral out of control.
That's right. No good can come from being consumed by hatred.
If you ever start to lose your way, you can count on us to guide you back. To remind you where home is.
And I would be happy to lend an attentive ear, should you ever have need.
Thank you, everyone. I think I'll be okay now.
That vision we saw. It was as if it was meant specifically for us.
What do you make of it? Do you still think the will of Dana might be involved somehow?
Maybe it's trying to tell us something. But what?
Well, it could be supernatural. You know, like seeing dead people, messages from beyond the grave, ghost-type stuff.
That's your grand theory? That we're being haunted? Come on, Law.
Wait. He might be closer to the mark than you think. What if a person's thoughts and deeds were to somehow become indelibly etched into the ether of a place? And what if those with a connection could then somehow pick up on them?
You think that's what it was? Some kind of message someone left here for us?
I am merely entertaining the possibility. Whether it was Dana's will, or somehow connected to the Sovereign and Maiden's powers, I do not know.
Okay, back up a sec. You're saying that if a place is full of enough astral energy, it can somehow show us events that happened centuries ago?
More to the point, how does that much astral energy gather in one place anyway? Seems unlikely it happened naturally.
Whatever it was, it survived here intact for 300 years. Whoever left it for us, the strength of their intent is beyond doubt.
The strength of their intent.
For the people of Lenegis, the Forbidden Zone is the stuff of dreams. Yet here I am, standing within its hallowed halls.
It's off limits even for lords, then? Talk about an exclusive club.
Being exclusive is one thing, but how many important facilities let in only the Sovereign? Doesn't that seem a little strange?
Strange doesn't cover it. If it was only one room, maybe. But a place on this scale? How did they keep it from falling into ruin? Whoever the Sovereign is, they can't manage the upkeep of this whole place themselves.
Did no one ever talk about it when you were growing up?
No, not that I can remember. Then again, Sovereigns and Forbidden Zones weren't exactly breakfast table conversations.
The Forbidden Zone is a hallowed place, at one with the Sovereign's authority, grounds of the one true ruler who presides over all Renans. That is what we believed this place to be. No, what we were made to believe it was. But now, it is finally time to discover this area's true purpose, and why it was kept hidden behind the scenes for so long.
this place. We've seen this in one of Naori's memories.
Of course. After 300 years, this is where it was held. The spirit channeling ceremony. This is where the Renis Alma was.
So this is the place where you and Naori...
The Renis Alma isn't here now. Nor is the Red Woman, it seems.
I know it's difficult, Alphen, but there will be time to dwell on the past later. For now, we need to keep moving. Come on.
Naori?
What is this? Is it the work of Dana's will again?
It's been a year since the ceremony. That day, I shut away inside of myself the power that caused Alphen to lose control. Since then, my visions of the future have grown more and more fearsome.
Is this another memory? No, it's different this time. It's like she's speaking directly to us.
What we did back then. Not so much as a day passes when I don't think about it. About what was done to us. All in the name of a ceremony. The purpose of which we were never even told. As Sovereign, they linked Alphen's consciousness to Lenegis itself. The Renis Alma was intended to control his power, lest anything should slip through its cracks. That day, as Maiden, my role was to temper his power. I was meant to guide it forth, and give shape to the strength inside of him.
Linked to Lenegis itself? But then, everything that's been happening...
But that power showed me a vision. A vision of oblivion. When I realized that vision was a prophecy of the apocalypse we were about to unleash, I couldn't go through with it. But without a maiden, the ceremony was doomed. Alphen lashed out, his consciousness no longer his own. I did what I could. Using my abilities as the maiden, I tried to seal that power away inside of me. But it was too late. Lenegis had already been brought to its knees. Thousands upon thousands of lives so cruelly snuffed out. All because of me. Because of what I had done. With the destructive force now slumbering inside of me, I knew I had to find a way to dispose of it. Anything to make up for my failure. But I didn't know how. Especially since that power was astral energy itself. In which case, ironically enough, the Renis Alma seemed to be my best bet. That, at least, would hold the astral energy dormant. Assuming that no malevolent third party got to it first. With the Sovereign and Maiden's combined power, perhaps I could shift the chaotic energy inside me into the Renis Alma instead. That's what I hoped, but alas, it was not to be. The Renis Alma was lost, and Alphen, the Sovereign, was in a starship bound for Dana. My only choice was to seal away the destructive force inside of me using my powers as the Maiden, to buy the world what little time I could. The time needed for a new Renis Alma to be crafted, and for a new Sovereign to appear. Even if by doing so, it meant I would be passing the curse onto my descendants as well. Please, forgive me. I never meant to burden the future world with this threat, too. I only wish that there was something more I could have done.
Wait, you can't just...
Naori.
That message just now, was it directly from Naori? Or was it the Danon voice speaking through her?
What?
These are the clothes that Naori and I wore during the ceremony 3 centuries ago.
So you're saying this is the Maiden's outfit?
That's right. These clothes are designed to resonate with the Sovereign and Maiden's abilities. They focus and enhance them.
And they appeared now because...
Naori must have left them here for the new Sovereign and Maiden, knowing the day would come when they would need them in their fight against the Thorns.
These outfits are directly linked to the answers we've been chasing this whole time. If they're here, it must mean it was Naori's will for us to find those answers as well.
Locating the Renis Alma would allow us to neutralize the dark astral energy inside Shion, thereby silencing her thorns. Is that what Naori's suggesting?
It makes sense. After all, Master Cores and Spirit Vessels are both able to prevent the astral energy inside them from developing sentience. By that logic, it would stand to reason that the Renis Alma would have the same ability on a larger scale.
We have a Maiden and Sovereign. Now all we need is the Renis Alma, and we'll finally be able to free you of your thorns. Shion.
It's possible? You really think so?
I do. We can rid you of your thorns and stop the world from falling to oblivion.
However, the spirit channeling ceremony already failed once. Even if our goal is different this time, we can't be sure the same thing won't happen again. We should take care not to be too optimistic.
You're right. It's the barest sliver of a chance. But if there's even the slightest hope it can work, I'm willing to stake everything I've got on it.
I know it's too early to let myself feel relieved, but I just can't seem to help it. Just hearing there's the slightest chance, even though I know the world's still in great peril. It's selfish of me, I know, but still.
No, it isn't! You found hope to believe in. It'd be strange if you weren't over the moon about it.
Rinwell's right. We can rid you of your curse and still save the world at the same time.
Thank you. Naori entrusted us with the fate of all humanity. Now, it's up to us to prove that trust was well placed.
Starting with a little game called Hunt the Renis Alma.
Yeah, we've come all this way. Now we just need to search Lenegis and Rena until we find it.
Yeah! We can protect the world and save Shion at the same time!
I too shall lend my services. My knowledge of Renan lore is bound to be a useful asset.
And they say modesty is dead.
Miracles just seem to follow wherever you go, huh?
How do you know it's me they're following? We're all in this together, Shion. You included. Now let's get moving, shall we? Last I heard, we had an apocalypse to stop. Thank you, Naori. So Naori sealed away the power that made me lose control of myself. She stopped my rampage and saved my life. But then, that power she'd sealed away was passed down to you. I'm so sorry, Shion. It's my fault that you're cursed.
You're wrong. What happened to you was because of the ceremony and Naori's attempt to stop Oblivion. You paid a heavy price for it, and then fell asleep for 300 years. The reason you lost your memories
is the reason for your curse.
The thorns.
It all leads back to them. But once they're gone, we can finally put an end to all this.
When my thorns are gone, I never dared to dream that such a thing could be possible. No. The truth is, I think maybe I've always been dreaming about a life without my thorns. The touch of my family, or playing with my friends, holding hands with Rinwell, or giving Law a deserved smack, embracing everyone. All the normal things that people do together. I always wished I could experience them for myself, and finally know what they were like. Is it really okay for me to believe it can happen? I'm so scared of getting my hopes up. What if it doesn't work out in the end, and...
That's not going to happen. I'm here to make sure it won't. Forget fate or destiny or anything else. We're going to live a normal life. There are a lot of things you still want to do, right?
Yeah, you're right. It's such a strange feeling. I know that we've still got plenty of fighting up ahead, and it's for my sake, so I can live.
You're worth fighting for.
I believe you, Alphen.
Good. I'll keep on fighting. For as long as it takes. Until our future is finally in our hands.
Are you just going to keep standing around, or what?
Sorry, I'm just getting prepped over here.
That's quite some door, all right. This might finally be it. The heart of the beast.
We'll find the Renis Alma and the Red Woman inside, right?
After everything we've been through to get here, they damn well better be.
We'll probably be needing you to open this one for us, Sovereign.
Go for it, Alphen.
This is it, guys. Time to see what secrets are in store.
Volron! He really was still alive.
And there's the Renis Alma. Then, is this another spirit channeling ceremony?
Wait, though. Something doesn't seem right here.
Once more, the powers must be united. Born from the fires of chaos, the world does seek its rightful state. All must be sacrificed in the heart of Rena, at the shrine of the true sovereign.
What has happened to him? He's lost himself, reduced to a mere cog in a machine.
Hey, look! Over there!
Isn't that the Maiden's crest?
Can it be that this entire chamber is meant to act as a substitute for the Maiden?
It looks like it's still running, but... are we already too late to stop the ceremony?
If that's what caused Lenegis' transformation, then the purpose of the ceremony must have been to drain all the astral energy out of Dana.
But for what purpose? What could possibly need astral energy on that sort of scale?
I don't know. But whatever it is, I'll bet it's connected to those visions of oblivion. Regardless, we cannot stand by and let them steal Dana's energy. That said, we should retrieve the Renis Alma. Because right now, we need that most of all.
He's not gonna lunge at us out of nowhere, right?
Not the time, Law.
Alfred, look!
The Red Woman! So we finally found you. I have a lot of questions for you.
Wait!
What?
They all have the same face? How is that even possible? What is this?
Who the hell are they?
It can't be. Are they even people?
It's hard to know for sure, but I think they're the true rulers of Rena.
They're not feeling particularly talkative.
It's no use, Alfred. If we don't fight, we may as well be sitting just here.
Good point. Let's stop them before this gets out of hand.
Hurricane strike! Going in.
Thank you.
This one's mine!
Try harder!
Hurricane strike! Top field! Going in! Look up! Ground is far enough!
Try harder!
Look up! Not lane! Reload! Going in! Hurricane strike!
Now you see what I can do!
You made me angry. That was a bad idea.
I'm ready to go! Negative good! Resonate with the audience!
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare Demolisher!
No further!
Going in! Healing circle!
Resonate with the earth!
Reload! I'm out of ammo!
Blood!
I'm all stopped up! Annihilation! Mega Red!
This one's all mine!
Retro power of water!
Burn in hell!
Guardian Field!
Alright, let me at him.
I never miss! Hurricane strike! Here goes! Guardian Field!
Take this!
Lunar corruption!
This one's mine.
By the power of water!
Try harder!
Can you take it?
Good shot.
Dragon Form!
Annihilation!
Resonate with the earth! The flame inside me!
Another incantation ruined.
Ether!
Denied!
They smite with Dragon Form!
Healing circle! Piercing roar!
Need to pull myself together.
Hurricane strike! Radiant blast!
Dragon Form!
Take this!
Mega ray!
Can't get out of this!
Annihilation!
Dragon Form! I can't move!
Forgive me. This is my fault.
Guardian here! I'm ready to go! I'm out of ammo!
Not done yet!
Hurricane
Smite with black and blade!
Ready! Here, going in! Hurricane fire! I'll heal you all! I never miss!
Dragon Form! Shattering the pieces! Attack that!
Feel
The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Burn!
Water! Here I
Thank you!
Going in!
I'll grind you into Dragon Form!
Mega ray!
On your knees!
Flaming meteor! Annihilation! Inferno crossing! The polar light!
You require a hand.
Igneous discharge!
Dragon Form!
Resonate with the earth.
Implosion! Stalagmite! I'm gone! Ready to go!
Dragon Form!
Here, let me help! Mine!
This should do it!
Swappy!
Stay away from my friends!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
I'll grind you into dust! It's on! Burn in hell! Dragon Form!
Annihilation! Step into the fray! Mega ray! This one's mine! Water! Here or
Rending you apart! It's too much!
Going in! Ready and rare!
Resonate with the earth!
Guardian here!
You're being interrupted.
Leave support to me! I'm ready to
Try harder!
Far enough! You could use a
This is
hand!
on! Dragon Form!
Resonate with the earth.
Here's a healing rod!
Not today!
I owe you one!
Dragon Form!
Time to shine!
Try harder! Dragon Form!
I'm gone! Here's a healing arm!
Negative gate!
First aid! Hurricane strike! Down! You're on!
Try harder!
Searing flame! Reload! You won't give up!
I couldn't make it in time.
Ready to go! The power of light! I'm ready! Their arts were interrupted! Take this! Here! Let me help! Look out!
Can't move!
From beyond, imbued.
Filled with soul with life!
Can't get out of this.
Hurricane no ammo! Ready for it! Mine! Healing circle!
Carve through armor!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa! Ha! Piercing
Dragon Form!
This is some punishment.
Come on! You have to hold on! Alright, I'll bring me out!
This one's all
Far
mine!
enough!
Not today!
Shield and light! I can't kill you forever! Hurricane strike! I never miss! This one's mine! I'll heal you all!
Dragon
Hurricane
Form!
strike!
your knees!
Stop! Healing circle! Dracula!
Sorry,
Dragon Form!
You do the same for me!
Try this!
Gemini overblade!
Dragon Form!
Negative gate.
Reload!
Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite.
It's just on your
I'm only get watching this week!
You'll pay for that! Captivity! This one's all mine! Easter! Elusive deity! Dragon form! To be sealed!
Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning
Begin! Take this! Outstay! No further! This should do it!
Not on my watch!
Resonate with the earth!
Armor won't save you!
Try harder!
Freeze laser!
Dragon form!
Can you take it? Water! Hear my
Try
call!
harder! I'll face you! Hold nothing back! Swallow blade!
I never miss!
Try harder! The flame inside! It's yours to be let free! Dragon form!
Here's evil!
Burn!
This one's mine!
Dragon form! Rending you apart! Resonate with the earth! Try harder! Dragon form! They smite!
Here goes!
You! Stay away from my friends! Air pressure! Dragon form! In a bind?
Far enough! Not in your dreams!
This one's all mine!
Going in!
Dragon form! Dragon form! Captivity!
Hurricane strike! Going in!
Not today! Elusive deity!
Hurricane
Can you
strike!
take it?
Look sharp!
There! Captivity!
Hurricane strike!
Seismic rupture!
Hurricane strike! This one's mine!
Dragon swarm! I'll grind you into dust!
Look sharp!
Catapult!
Envious discharge! Envious discharge!
Ready and raring! Rending you up! It's in your hands. Dragon!
Arch shield!
Are we in over our heads?
Come on! It's not over till it's over.
You're right.